Assalamu alaikum, and a very warm welcome to everyone that's joining us today. I am Sheeza Shoaib, and I will be your host today for Wiki Club AMU's Orientation Program 2025. We are all very delighted to have you here as we begin another year of open knowledge, collaboration, and digital exploration. Before we actually dive into today's events, let's all take a moment to introduce the faces behind this initiative, which is the core organizing team of Wiki Club AMU 2025. These are the people whose minds keep the gears turning and, from planning workshops and managing projects, just basically ensuring that the club stays vibrant and stays active. So the team firstly consists of Mr. Afi, who is our strategic advisor and member of the Deoband Community Wikimedia Board. We have Ms. Samia Ahmed, our club lead, who has just completed her master's in chemistry. Ms. Sana Sabir, the special advisor of the club with a background from computer science. Ms. Madiha Naz, she is a communications relations specialist who is graduating from English literature. Ms. Khadija, also from literature, who is the communications and content manager of Wiki Club AMU. Ms. Samira Tariq, our talented graphic designer from literature as well. Ms. Mehvish Ali, our club's video editor, who is getting her bachelor's from psychology. And Mr. Asad Jamil, our photographer, who is an undergraduate student of physics. And I am pursuing my master's in psychology, and I'm the editorial lead of this club. So we are very glad to be acquainted with you, and we hope to move on to the most important part of the session, which is you guys, and we will be very absolutely delighted if you would all introduce yourselves to each other, such as your names and the courses that you're pursuing, and if you are an alumnus of AMU, to share which department you graduated from, and maybe in which year you did so. So you can raise your hands, or you can even share anything in the chat box if you would like to, so that we can all get to know each other. Anyone? Feel free to unmute yourselves if you like, or you can just type it in the box if you'd want to.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello, I am Aisha Fahim, and I did my 12th from Senior Secondary Girls School in 2024. And now I am doing Bachelor's in Economics from Jamia Islamia,
Okay,
and I'm pleased to be here.
we are pleased to have you. Thank you. Um, is anyone else interested? Thank you so much, Aisha.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello, I'm Sabah Nadi, and I completed my bachelor's in chemistry from AMU, and I completed my master's from bioinformatics this year from Jamia Millia Islamia.
That's nice. Thank you. A lot of Jamia people here today. It's nice. Thank you, Zapa. There's a lot of you in the group who are not participating, and we would really like it if you would. You don't have to unmute yourselves. You can type it in the chat box if you would prefer that. Okay, hello, Redan. Thank you so much. Undergraduate in data science. Interesting. All right. Okay. Thank you so much to everyone who's interacted. And I think it's better if we break the ice a little bit more through some quick maybe a quick activity to loosen up, which is probably more fun than this one. Okay, Masama, hello, Osama. Mechanical engineering. Okay, so we're now going to proceed to an ice-breaking activity, which is going to be taken over by Miss Sana. So just tune into that.
Just presenting it. I'm getting the inputs from everyone. Okay. So three of you are chill. Okay, great. So next question is, what's your ideal weekend vibe? Okay, sleeping for 10 hours. That's great. What personality best describes your personality? Okay, so I see a lot of you are fully enjoying your life. Chill. Okay, great. Where would you love to stay right now? Mountains. Totally. I understand it. Like, I completely agree with you all. I love mountains, so I can totally relate to it. Which time of the day you peak energy? Okay. Golden hour. Oh, interesting. Early morning. So, who are these early birds? I really want to know. Late night. I am also a late night person, but interesting. We have a majority over golden hour. So great. So we got to know a little about you guys, but for now we'll be moving forward to our presentation session where I'll be introducing you to Wiki Club AMU. So thank you so much, everyone. Let me just switch to the another screen. So I am Sana Sabir, founding lead and special advisor of Wiki Club AMU. I welcome you all to our orientation session. I know many of you might be discovering our club for the first time, so let me walk you through how we turn passion for knowledge into real world impact. Uh, Sir Syed Ahmed Khan's words, acquire knowledge, but every rise and fall of a nation depends on education, are etched into AMU's soul. As a founder, he championed scientific learning, rationalism, open-mindedness, values that live on in our mission today. Wiki Club AMU honors this legacy by empowering you to democratize knowledge just as we envisioned. So you have already met our brilliant team earlier. She's a brief about all of us, but still here we have each member brings unique strengths to this mission. Together we are committed to making Wiki Club AMU a force for open knowledge at our university. So if you are new to us, we are Wikimedia AMU, started in May 2024. We are really inspired by how Sir Syed saw education as a force for change, especially for communities often left behind. And honestly, we are just a group of new students, lucky to have DCW support. DCW is the urban community Wikimedia. We are trying to make knowledge more open and inclusive here on campus with our alumni and the student network. So the most important question, what is our mission and the why do we do this? Honestly, it's simple. We want to help students like you share stories that matter, like AMU's history or Muslim contributions often are missed on the global platform. And we also run friendly workshops to make media projects less intimidating. And most importantly, we are building a supportive space where everyone can grow skills without judgment. At our core, we are all part of a bigger dream that everyone deserves the access to knowledge. But here at AMU, we're hoping to help you grow into leaders who shape that vision, whether it's on Wikipedia, Wikidata, or a lot of other projects. So you might be wondering that how does a Wiki Club AMU reflect Sir Syed's vision? So well, quietly by turning his ideas into everyday actions, like his push for modern education. For us, that's digital literacy. His call for critical thinking, we learn to verify facts through Wikidata, even his bridge between tradition and progress, uh, just a small way of walking the path he led. what does all this look like day to day for us? What are all the activities we have done so far? We've just begun. There are a lot more things that we'll be doing in the future. For now, the past year we hold regular COT meetups and where sometimes over chai and chats, and that's one of our events of the open community Wikimedia named as Availability. We run workshops, learning Wikidata with experts and fun projects and sharing photos, especially one of our flagship events that is WikiClicks AMU, where we run a photo submission drive and we collected over 90 plus images that are freely available on Wiki Commons under a free license. And we are trying also the 500 edits challenge. It is an ongoing initiative and we are on path to that. It is always low pressure, always learning together. Along the way, we have been so lucky to learn from others. Earlier this year, a few of our members got the wonderful chance to attend DCW's Trainer Wikipedia program in Delhi, and recently AMU was even represented among India's scholars at the Global Wikimedia Youth Conference in Prague. None of this is about us. It's about those that doors opening when communities lift each other up. Uh, Before we close this presentation, let's celebrate these stunning shots from our WikiClicks AMU contest that are now free for the world to use. And this is a proof that small contributions do add to open knowledge. And thank you so much, everyone, for being here. It means so much to us. And this isn't the end, though. Next, Madiha will walk you through and how and where you can start editing, joining projects, and diving into activities. If you're curious to start now, you can scan the QR code to join a club group or just chat with any of us afterwards. We'll help you get started with pleasure. Thank you so much. Okay. Over to you, Sheeza. You can just.
Thank you very much, Sana, as well as everyone for participating in the icebreaking activity. And I hope that the short presentation helped you walk through the vision and the journey of Wiki Club AMU so far. Let's try to make things a bit more interactive now. We're going to be using an app called, or a website called Slido for a quick quiz and poll session. So we are going to just share the link in the chat, or also the QR code will be displayed on the screen for you all.
Yeah, I'm just dropping the link in the chat.
Yeah,
Just do that.
All right, so as you can see, the first question there is, what are your expectations from Wiki Club AMU? So we'd like you guys to just write down whatever you think and whatever you are.
Okay, so is my screen visible to all of you?
It is visible.
Okay, great. So you can just scan the QR or you can go to the link in the chat box and just drop your inputs here. Okay, need more explanation, knowledge, exposure, sharing, communication. Okay, great. Okay, interesting. We have a lot of people for knowledge and sharing. Great. That's one of our core objective of Wikipedia AMU. Quality representation in open source. Exactly. So, okay. So in all, you all are very curious to know how you can share knowledge in the open source. What I can see from the title. High expectations. Great. I think everybody is done. So we can move forward, Sheeza.
Um, this is our question. All right, so thank you so much, everyone who has shared their expectations and whatever questions that they had or that they expected from us into the link. I would now actually like to move on, and we would ask Miss Madiha to give us a glimpse into the kinds of project that Wiki Club AMU has been working on, and also the things that you can be a part of in the coming year. So, Madiha, please proceed with your section.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, you are on.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum and good evening, everyone. My name is Madiha Nas. I am pursuing a degree in English literature at Aligarh Muslim University, and I serve as the Community Relations Specialist with Wiki Club AMU. I'm really excited to take you all through something that actually drafts how we engage with the world's knowledge every single day. And that is not just Wikipedia, but the Wikimedia projects that surround and support it. Wikipedia is the umbrella, and these projects that we're going to see in the next slides come under it. Yet all of them contribute towards the same goal, that is freely accessible, reliable knowledge for all. Now, we often think of Wikipedia as the knowledge platform, but today I would like us to stop for a minute and think as to what sustains it, what sustains this platform. That are the Wikimedia projects. Can you move to the next slide, please? So Wikipedia, so we'll begin where most journeys start, that is Wikipedia. It is a collaborative online encyclopedia which is edited by volunteers across the globe that are known as the Wikipedians. And it is not governed by any central authority. We have full control over it. The scope of this project is staggering, with over 65 million articles in more than 300 languages kept alive by a lakh active contributors. And why do people contribute? Why do we contribute? Some just do it to combat misinformation, others do it to sharpen their research and writing skills. But at the very core, Wikipedia reflects something deeply democratic, a belief that knowledge should be free. Next slide, please. But of course, as we all know, knowledge is not just made up of words alone. Wikimedia Commons is another project which is the world's largest repository of freely usable media, images, videos, audio files, even 3D models. With over 120 million files, all openly licensed, it is the vibrant visual backbone of Wikipedia and its projects. And why to contribute here? To document culture, enrich articles, and quite literally to help the world see. You don't need to be a professional photographer. A single image of a favorite street corner, your favorite chai stall, a traditional craft, a festival, it all becomes part of a living global archive once you share it. Next slide. Now, let us enter a more distilled language covenant, and that's the realm of quotations. WikiQuote is a curated collection of notable quotes from literature, speeches, films, even proverbs, which are preserved across 74 languages. Now, why does it matter? Because quotes, just like poetry, they carry entire philosophies, right? So here, contributors, they helped translate, verify, maybe organize these words and phrases. And while they do so, they preserve the cultural heritage of that area, of that era, and ensure that the past, as well as whatever the work has been done, is not just forgotten. Next slide, please. Can you move on to the next slide? Yeah, thank you. Okay. Now moving on from the poetic to the very precise, we come to Wikidata. Now, unlike Wikipedia, which is read by us, by humans, Wikidata is designed for both humans and machines, right? It stores structured, machine-readable data, which can comprise from chemical properties to population figures to the birth dates of authors, etc. All of this allows for an interconnectivity between all Wikimedia projects, and it even powers artificial intelligence tools and voice assistants. So maybe when you ask Siri a fact or search Google for a quick answer, chances are you are benefiting from Wikidata without acknowledging it. To contribute here would be to step into the future of knowledge, where we have accuracy becoming synonymous with accessibility. Finally, next slide, please. Finally, we travel quite literally to WikiVoyage, the free travel guide built by and for travelers. From hidden food stalls in Old Delhi to train routes across Europe, WikiVoyage offers unbiased, up-to-date travel advice. It's community edited, refreshed in real time, and it offers something no commercial travel site can. That is, sincerity without sales. Why contribute here? To share what you know, the kind of knowledge bubble only locals have, the kind of knowledge you hold of your city, of your native areas. So, to protect tourists from scams and to make travel less about transactions and more about shared human experience. So, now that we have met all of these projects, which are each distinct in form, but they are united in their purpose, I would just like to say that you don't have to be a scholar, a coder, or an artist to participate in these. Just fix a typo, add a forgotten quote, maybe upload a local photograph, and with every small act that you do, you contribute to something vast, to something global, to a collective knowledge commons without walls. Because in the end, the internet is only as generous as we make it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madiha, for explaining the projects that come within Wikimedia. I hope that the objectives of Wiki Club AMU are clear, but if there are still any questions, then please feel free to ask us by unmuting your mics or even dropping them in the chat. Our advisor, Mr. Afi, will take them up. So if there's anything, you can let us know. Any questions? Anyone? You can type them in the chat as well.
There is a question in the chat box.
Okay. Well, if that is to join Wiki Club AMU, then the first step would be to check out with any of the members or any of the friends who are already part of the Wiki Club AMU. Those are around you. Or if you are wondering about how to begin in the larger Wikimedia ecosystem, you simply begin it by fixing a typo or maybe uploading a photo on Wikimedia Commons or making a mistake anywhere, just going around on an article and you are not making something is not making sense and you end up making a mistake. So you try to fix something and you end up making a mistake. That is how you join. And probably that is how I joined back in 2019 by making an error. And there would be people coming around to fix you, to tell you that there is a movement beyond just fixing a typo or trying to fix something. So that is probably the first step is to do something. So once you just do something, you become the part and you start contributing. I hope that adds a different perspective to your question.
Anyone else? Are there any more questions?
yeah, I have one question. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Oh, okay. Like how alumni can contribute and join this journey, and what's the aim for them? Like how can they be a part of AMU?
I did not hear the question properly. Could you rephrase it for me?
She's
Repeat it for
asking
me.
how can alumni of AMU join the Wiki Club and how can they contribute?
Yeah, and
Well,
what's their aim for them?
what's there?
Yeah, so that's basically the question. And what's there for them? Like, what's benefiting them and how would, like, how does relationship go hand in hand?
Your voice is too lagging. Sheeza, could you repeat the question
I
for me?
think,
I'm sorry for
Khadija, if you can text it in the group. Your voice is low now. Okay, so her question is how can alumni be connected with AMU through this journey?
Okay. Well, learning in itself is something that, it keeps on going. It doesn't stop. You evolve with your learning curves in the life. So, whether through any club or through any initiative or through alumni associations, any alumni throughout the world of any kind of a university or an institute, they remain directly or indirectly in connection with their institute. Whether they are doing this by upholding the legacy of their institute and by guiding the people around them, by supporting the people around them in different dimensions. They're somehow in direct or indirect connections, take in touch with their varsity, even if they're not there. So Wiki Club bridges this gap by bringing them a bit more closer with the perspective of knowledge, not the perspective of material. Knowledge is usually one of the core themes and visions of Aligarh Muslim University. So, is that something that Wiki Club AMU offers anyone to learn through, to go through, and to participate in a holistic community that supports a growth of uh, an open source ecosystem at a university that once stood against a harsh criticism of something that when they were not allowed to do. This is currently the tradition versus the open source when you're fighting something. So that is how Wikiclub AMU offers a place to alumni as well as the students to stay in touch with the university's mission, vision, and legacy by promoting what should be promoted at this age. And for the contributions, those vary from area to area, depending on the interests. Whether it is by contributing to the open source software itself and to mentor students or the younger ones into developing better leadership skills through their own experiences, or to tell them what kind of a language Python is, for example, and to offer any kind of mentorship that could work, that could do in open source ecosystem, or that could help us promote the open source knowledge ecosystem at the university and within its vast association of alumni. And how do they contribute within the perspective of Wikimedia projects? That is simple. They too have a life as the students do. They too have, might be having interest in photographing. So they could contribute to Wikimedia Commons by uploading images of free media. They could be, for example, into radiology. So they could bring in us medical images, right? They could help us bridge those gaps of knowledge and else, depending on the areas of interest that they might be in. and they could probably contribute to bridging the knowledge gaps on encyclopedia itself. So the world is vast. They can pretty much pick up any area that suits their interest of expertise and begin from anywhere with the faces here supporting them.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Hello.
Ji, walaikum assalam.
I've been hearing a few things being said here and there. अभी बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो क्लैरिफाई नहीं हो पा रही, मैं सोच रहा था कि पहले सुन लूँ सारी बातें and then kind of understand कि क्या exactly हो रहा है यहाँ पे. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm Abdullah Parvez and I'm right now pursuing my PhD in the UK at Newcastle, Northumbria University, and I deal with Indian comics and graphic narratives in light of Muslim representation in India. कुछ लोगों को तो शायद मैं जानता हूँ यहाँ पे पहले से. आई थिंक कभी मैं शीजा से शायद मेरी मुलाकात है, एंड आई थिंक आई नो खदीजा एंड अ कपल ऑफ अदर पीपल दैट आई कैन सी. कोई भी इनिशिएटिव हो तो इंटरेस्टिंग होता ही है जब एएमयू में. दिस इज समथिंग दैट मैंने कभी देखा नहीं है पहले ऐसा कुछ होते हुए. तो मैं कुछ सवाल करूंगा एंड आई होप आई कैन जस्ट गेट टू नो कि बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर पूरा समझ आ पाए. एंड आई होप बहुत लोग कुछ पूछ नहीं पा रहे हैं तो शायद उनके भी कुछ जवाब आ जाए इसमें. एंड आई ऑल्सो लाइक कि खदीजा जो है सवाल करना चाह रही हैं. मैं देख रहा हूँ जब भी एएमयू में कभी ऑनलाइन कुछ होता है तो सवाल नहीं आ पाते हैं, तो सवाल अपने अंदर से ही लाने पड़ते हैं एंड यू नो ट्राई टू आंसर ऑल ऑफ दैट. तो आप लोग के एग्जैक्टली रोल्स क्या है, मैं एक बार क्लैरिफाई हो जाए मुझे. I'm going to assume everyone almost knows Urdu here. So the biggest question I think जो सही से clarify नहीं हो पा रहा is contribution. From let me just tell you what I understood by what you mean. Anyone, be it alumni or someone who just an ANU student can contribute, is on two levels. One is that you're just kind of spreading awareness that, all right, Wikipedia pe there is a lot of information that you could also edit and contribute to. That's just one like awareness that, you know, because I know Wikipedia is an open source platform and it takes contributions from just anyone, and they're often on the verge of sometimes closing and require donations as well on their website. So you kind of like building a community where a lot of people can just randomly have this thought key. All right, whenever I look at a Wikipedia page, I just go on, and if I see there is anything I can edit, I become a contributor. So that's just like some general awareness. Another thing that I kind of understood is that, you know, you're kind of trying to build a community where AMU students and alumni can just join and share knowledge within that, maybe like WhatsApp space, or maybe just you know, if you guys have any events, वहाँ पे अपनी जो knowledge space है, specialization है, उसकी कुछ knowledge share कर सके. So these are the two things I kind of understand. एक is just awareness basically, where different spaces of Wikipedia itself and Wiki Voyage या फिर और भी दो तीन चीजें जैसे आप लोगों ने नाम ली उसमें हम contribute कर सकें. So it just instills that ability to want to contribute to an open source platform. And one is just sharing among ourselves. Is that what it is, or is there more to it?
Well, there is more to it. Creating awareness of like there are projects where you can contribute, where you can fight misinformation that shapes the internet, that shapes the knowledge of internet. So that is the initial thing, to create awareness. And second is that we within ourselves help each other learn and share, so that we grow as a community, as a holistic community within the university. And third is to contribute towards localized kind of leadership within the open ecosystem, a sustainable that is contributed to by this region or this group of the global South, which is usually underrepresented, right? So these could be some of other areas.
But as an individual, like if I'm asking you right at this moment, what should I be doing to contribute to your cause specifically? What would you say? Okay, these are 2-3 things. If I get from you, it's the kind of contribution we're looking for. I understand the idea of contribution, because what's being talked about is the philosophy of contribution here, not exactly the steps that I can take right now. That's That's what I've not been clear at.
Well, I'd say it is probably two things.
Yeah.
One, it would be that Wiki Club AMU has this thought of bringing knowledge, one of the themes, to bring knowledge related to AMU on this open ecosystem. So you have your own experience from, being there previously. So you could help bring out that on the open, whether it's through photography or Wikipedia itself. It lacks the knowledge related to AMU at large. So this would be one of the steps, one of the things that you could do, or that I could expect from you, or that I could tell you to do. Or the second could be that you have been into a different area of expertise. You have been, from AMU to a university in the UK, and you have traveled a lot. So you could probably help share your experience of learning with other students so that they could also build on their skills. And that could also, in my opinion, help us make this community a bit better.
All right. Okay.
This combines the part of mentorship.
Okay. All right. I think the second part is much clearer in understanding, like because from what I understand, that you guys will be able to create an event. Let's say you guys bring in people, try to connect more people as much as possible, and then someone like me or anyone else in a specialized subject area and just who has done some leadership and could possibly come and speak and hopefully motivate them, let them know how they can be leaders themselves, and also talk in terms of like open source contribution and all of that. So that is something I understand more, if I'm right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So let us take the questions which are from the chat box.
Yes, please.
So yes, I can see that Mehvish has asked, will I get training on how to edit or contribute to Wikipedia? Yes, for sure, you can join the club and then we can guide you in everything. Next, Osid has asked, after uploading, how people will access. Okay, that's all related to Wiki Commons. So when you will learn about uploading the pictures, then we can tell you on that. Regarding this, I can give a short screen share. I can screen share on regarding the how to create the account on Wiki. Let me just share my screen. I hope the screen is visible.
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, so here I have already logged out my account. So what you need to search is that on the Chrome, you just need to search shortcut. Let's do it. Wiki create account. And then you will be having a link here, Wikipedia new account. Just click on that. And can you see the login part? Okay, let's go to the create account, sorry. Okay, in the create account, you have to take your username. Now your username should not be your name. That's probably something regarding to the ethics and all, but you can use that, but don't use that. Use something, whatever comes to your mind, then have a password, confirm your password, then email address. You will be having your email address. If you're having anyone who wants me to create an account for them, they can drop down their mail ID if they want to. Otherwise, if that's understood to you, then we can just go ahead with that.
Yes, I got it. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so that's it. We will be having the email address here, the captcha, and then you will be doing the create your account. You will be receiving one mail in your mailbox. Just confirm that and your account will be created. So your account will be kind of, let me just show you. Okay, this will be the page you will be able to see when you will be creating your account. And from here, you can just visit your contributions. Wait. The contributions you will be making after editing. Okay. Here are the global contributions. And as Madiha has taken over the PPT told about the PPT of wiki projects. So you can see here. Here we are having different sister projects, and then the edit count can also be seen. Okay, so I think that suffices the answer. Osit.
Yes, I understand.
So
Thanks a
I
lot.
would want to add a little thing on this. Since
Yes, sure,
Wikimedia
please.
projects are plenty, Wikipedia itself is around more than 350 languages. Then we have Wikimedia Commons. Then we have Wikicode in 74 languages and so on and so forth. Then we have plenty of wiki sources. Once you create an account, then even if you accidentally log into any other edition of Wikipedia project, your account gets created there as well. So on the entirety of Wikipedia ecosystem, on all of the accounts, you will be having one single unified account with one single username, one single password that you can be, you'll be able to use it on all of the projects. And the contributions can be seen globally, that how much of contributions you have made at global level. Then you can also see your individual Wikimedia wiki project contributions by logging into that specific wiki project.
Okay, so I think those are all of the questions that we will be taking today. Thank you, Afibai, for explaining all of the questions and the queries that everyone had. And thank you to our participants for your time, your energy, as well as your curiosity today. We hope this entire session helped you understand what Wiki Club AMU is about, and it may have inspired you to be an active part of our journey to make knowledge accessible to all freely. If there are any more questions or suggestions, then please freely communicate with us on our social media pages. And we thank you once again for joining us. And we hope you have a good day or a good evening. Thank you.